Hello, everyone. How's it going? Uh, I have been wanting to make a Halloween review for this year for a while now. I've just been busy. I haven't had a chance. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the 2017 Halloween event before it gets too far away from October. It's already the 16th when I'm recording this, but if I don't make this soon, I'm not going to make it. So I want to get this made quick, and I also want to talk about the Dark Arcadia wings and the Mitera upgrade as well. But starting off with the 2017 Halloween event, let's go back to the original post, which is the Spookaron Spectacular 2017. First off, I thought the name was really cool. I like the little pumpkin. Yeah. I want to start off by saying that this is the same event from the last 2 years in terms of like how it works. So initially, I'm like, it's like, okay, they're just doing the same event again. Instead of doing the candies, they're doing monster fang claws, stuff like that. So I wasn't super excited about that. But the biggest issue with the event in the past was that the drop rate was really low. It wasn't very fun. To be honest, I don't entirely remember all the issues I had with it last year, but I just remember the last 2 years I was not happy with the event at all. I remember I remember what it was. It was the Halloween ring. To get it to tier 6, they made it super pay to win. That was horrible. So if you want to hear me rant about that, you can watch my video from last year. But they did make this better. So let's go over what they did that improved this event. So first off, they made one of the candy pieces or the monster pieces tradable, which was the Monster Heart. Now, the Monster Heart being tradable gave players a way to collect and sell some of what they got and make money. And I saw lots of people selling hearts, so I think a lot of people actually made some pretty good money off of this event, which is just great. It's always nice when they keep that in mind. Some people are just looking to make some money. Also, the Monster Heart can be exchanged for a 1-to-10 ratio for any of the other pieces, which is fantastic. I mean, that is just so good because it made farming so much easier. It says here that these are tradable and these are non-tradable, but these were definitely not tradable. Whatever. But the 1-to-10 ratio just made farming in this event it just made it so much easier. It was great because not only were you farming these pieces, but when you got a heart, when you get one heart, it would count as 10 as one of these pieces, which is just great. Also, in general, the drop rate seemed higher to me than the previous 2 years, which was also, really good in terms of making me actually want to try to farm the costume, which I actually did. On my Dekaron done right character, my baggie, I did manage to farm the costume. It did take a while, but that's only because I don't have a lot of good stuff on there to farm with, but I was still able to farm it, and that's going to be really helpful for that account. You can see here what the rewards were. So the permanent costume was 850, 850, 750, 750, 750, 50. And this took me probably about 30, 40 hours to farm on that account. And I did that, over a period of like 4 weeks. Luckily, they extended the event by 2 weeks. If they wouldn't have extended the event by 2 weeks, there's no way that I would have ever had the time to farm this costume. But I was able to do it, and that is awesome. In the past, I've complained about the stats on this costume, like them not being very good, but actually, they're pretty decent. I mean, they're not better than any of the costumes you're going to buy in the D shop, but since on the Dekaron done right character, I'm not buying anything in the D shop or trading with other players, this was an opportunity for me to get a pretty good costume. I mean, it does have 10% monster damage tolerance. It has 15% all attack, which is good, and more. But, overall, really good, really good. So I'm very happy with that, and I'm happy I was able to farm the costume. I just wish the event was different than the previous years, but, you can only ask for so much. Now, the Spookulet is a accompaniment to the Halloween ring. I don't like how they use the word accompaniment here because I thought it meant that there was going to be an additional ring. Actually, what they did is they just transformed all the Halloween rings into the Spookulet. They did change up the stats a little bit from last year because I remember before it was like 18% all attack or something like that. Or not 18% all attack. I meant 18% monster damage resistance. So they did change it a little bit. They did, however, make the upgrade to tier 6 less pay to win, which made me really happy because you get your 50 Halloween crystals, you get your 750 Seed of Dreams, and the only thing that's deducted when you fail is the dill. So that is awesome. I think they actually took some of our feedback from that, so that made me really happy. I was able to get the tier 4 amulet on my baggie for my Dekaron Done Right account, and that was really good. I couldn't get any farther, not because of the seeds, but because the Halloween crystals just were not dropping very well for me at all. The only thing I could really get them from was Duix Marble, and they do not drop every time, so I actually just barely was able to get the tier 4 one. So I really wish they would have given us more ways to get the Halloween crystals. I tried doing both Dragon's Nest and Cursed Ilias Horror Honeymoon on my wizard, and I never got a single crystal from either of these. So the crystal drop rate was just not good, and because of that also I was not able to get the tier 6 one on my wizard. Maybe I'll get it next year. So my only critique here is just that the Halloween crystals needed to be a higher drop rate. I just thought they were too low, and I wasn't able to get as many upgrades as I wanted because of the Halloween crystals themselves. But overall, this was still a massive improvement onto last year. And then some random D-Shop stuff I don't care about. I will say there were some bugs, though, when this first came out. They messed up this image here. I remember, like, the permanent and 30-day one were switched. Also, when they first released the Spookulet, it did negative 15% monster damage resistance instead of positive, so that was a problem. And then they fixed it, but then they made it non-stackable, which was completely ridiculous because there's no way anyone would ever use this amulet if it was non-stackable, which is why they're like, give us an option to take it back to tier 5. And GMs in game were actually saying that, no, it's supposed to be this way, but people were pretty upset about it, so they ended up switching it, and it is now, it's not labeled as not stackable anymore, and you can use it with, like, your perp or whatever. So some bugs, but, we always get bugs, so that's just how it goes. A little bit later into the event, they made a couple updates here. So you were able to get the new Seed of Dreams random box, 5 each for these items, and you were able to get a Blessing of Nair random box for these items in the Halloween event. This is actually a pretty good rate, and getting Seed of Dreams like that is really good. I like that they had this. I thought it was really nice. They also made some new permanent changes to, and they announced that indefinitely these will be the changes to the Seed of Dreams exchange NPC. It's that dude right above Karen. I can't remember his name. But you can get some new stuff now for Seed of Dreams, like Camouflage, IV2 tickets, Dragon tickets, which are awesome because there really wasn't, getting these before was pretty ridiculous. But for 50 Seed of Dreams, that's actually not that bad at all. Just because you get those over time. And I have to say, too, like farming, I feel like the Seed of Dreams drop is actually extremely reasonable now. I've been getting a pretty good amount of seeds. I'm not sure what the hourly drop rate is, but I feel pretty happy with it at this point. So I really hope they keep it that way and they don't mess with the drop rate like they've done in the past. And there's some premium prizes too for the Seed of Dreams, like getting a normal pet egg for 150, which is also that's actually pretty good value. Traveler's backpack for 500, that is fantastic. Now people can get these backpacks without having to pay money. Awesome, 2 thumbs up. 300% if you want. Although you get a free 400% every day from the event right now, so that's kind of useless. Shiny Rune Package for 800, I think that's good. 5 Rune Package for 800, I think that's good. This is all really good. I'm really happy with that. Overall, I have to say, I mean, there's some things with the event I still didn't like. Mostly just because it's the same event. I just don't like that. I also, or just because it's the same event as the last 2 years, that kind of killed it a little bit for me. But being able to get the costume on my baggie is going to be massively. Or I'm trying to think of the way to say this. It's going to be extremely helpful for this series that I'm working on. So that is 2 thumbs up for me on being able to get the costume. It was kind of hard, but I was able to do it, and that made me really happy. I can't think of anything else that I really didn't like about the event. I mean, some more rewards would have been nice, like immortality bracelets maybe or something. I don't know. I don't like like there's no way anyone would farm this much for like that box, for example. That's ridiculous. Like a Halloween pumpkin hat, a lollipop, a regenerator, an ice flower, a mushroom, and the remedy for that much. It's like no. Like this is like 15 hours of farming right here. For that, no. So, not so good. But, overall, in the past 3 years that we've had this event, this is the best that it has ever been. This is, in fact, the best, this is probably the best event that Papaya has given us since they took over. Like, this was actually a really good event, and I'm very happy with it. Once again, disappointing that it's not a different event, but they did a really good job of making this event better, and I personally really appreciate that. So yeah, thumbs up on the Halloween event this year. I liked it. So the other thing that they added just recently was the Dark Arcadia collection, which is to get these new Dark Arcadia wings. First off, these wings are awesome. Look how they look really cool. They have awesome particle effects. There was a lot of effort put into them. I have to say I'm extremely happy with how they look, and they are so easy to get, guys. It didn't take me long at all. Like, I just had some seeds on my wizard, and I just exchanged them by like 1,000, and I was able to get one of the wing boxes, which is great. So all you do is you exchange 50 wings for a random wing box, and then you can get one of 5 tokens or a tradable wing box. And the rate seems to be pretty decent. So I mean, if you haven't already gotten these, I would say go farm some seeds. The seed drop rate is pretty good right now. And start getting these boxes before they end this event, because these wings are awesome. And they have really good stats, too. It's like, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I think it's like 18% all attack and like 12% PvP damage resistance or something like that. Like 1,700 destroy, 25% HP, stuff like that. It's just really good. Get them now if you don't already have them. I don't know how long they're going to be around, but either farm them or buy them from another player, because they are good and they're permanent and they look really, really cool. So awesome on the wings. I'm going to try to get them on my baggie as well. I haven't been having a lot of luck with the coupons. I've been getting a lot of the 1, 2s, and 3s. I need to farm some more seeds. They said they're going to end the event next week, and I really hope they don't, because I would like some more time to farm for this, but we'll just kind of have to see what happens. I did get them on my wizard, though, and they look really cool, so definitely get those. The other thing they did is they added an upgrade to the Miteras, Bright Mitera, tier or whatever like that. So now you can take the tier and you can turn it into a Miteras Fang, which is interesting. First off, it does convert it into a different item. Oh, sorry, my phone's going off here. It does convert it into a different item, which is potentially problematic because you do lose your 20% critical damage attack, but you do get a whole bunch of really good defensive buffs on it. I think it gives something like 30% critical resistance and like 25% critical damage reduction, and it gives like 120 all stats. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head what else it gives. It gives 7% damage decrease rate. It's a really, really good defensive ring. You will lose that 20% critical damage, which does kind of suck, but you do get a really, really, really good PvP ring. So good to farm that. The angers and the ghosts are dropping again, which is great because the ghosts were not dropping for a while. So this was a great way for people to be able to make money. Both the wing event, the Halloween event, the anger and ghost event have all been really good ways for players to make money, and I'm really happy that they added them into the game. The wings did kind of mess up the wing market a little bit in the game, but you know what? This type of obtainable good items without spending money is what this game needs, so I'm still all for it, even if it momentarily messes with the market a little bit. Usually I have a whole bunch of horrible things to say about Papaya, but the Halloween event, the Dark Arcadia collection, the ghosts and the anger upgrade. I know the upgrade rate for this is bad and people are complaining about that, but you know what? It gives people something to farm, and it'll take people a while to get it. But I just think all these updates have been really good, actually. It's made me want to farm. The only thing is it's not new content. You know what I mean? Like, we're not getting anything new really with this. It's just farming new items. And because of that, it still doesn't really make me want to play a whole bunch. And I know, like, I get on Dekaron and there's just not a lot of people logged in. And I just feel like the game's kind of dying. And these are good updates, but we need new content. We need good, fair content that we can enjoy. And we still haven't been given that. So, hopefully we'll get that soon. But anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about these events. Holidays are coming up. Hopefully I can get another Dekaron Done Right episode out soon. It's not going to happen this week. Things have gotten really busy for me, but hopefully next Monday or Tuesday before I leave for Thanksgiving stuff, I can get an episode out for you guys. I did hit 500 subscribers on the channel, which is awesome. I never thought I would get to that point. I said that when I got 100 subscribers. I said that when I got 200 subscribers. And now here I am at 500. I think that's awesome. I'm glad you guys are still watching my videos. I love when you comment on everything. I really want to try to get more videos out for you guys. I want to keep that Dekaron Done Right series going, and I just want to give you guys what you want, you know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or suggestions, as always, you can leave them in the comments. And until next time, guys, take care.